I'm committed, I'm staying here, and you should all have that fucking attitude too. Because if you don't, what the actual hell are you doing here? Because if you're not committed to seeing yourself through, like how can you expect somebody to pay you thousands of dollars, right? Let's just think about that for a second.
Welcome to Did I Stutter with Jill Perick. And yeah, I probably did because I have a stuttering disability. But I'm also a multiple six-figure business and mindset coach who's here to help you shut down the mindfuckery of imposter syndrome, self-doubt, and playing the nice girl in your content so you and your brand can blow the fuck up and so you can stack the motherfucking cash. I'm holding absolutely nothing back. We're talking marketing, messaging, mindset, subconscious healing, nervous system regulation, and how to do it all even with raging anxiety, ADHD, and just being a fucking human. If fuck is one of your favorite words and nothing can get in between you, your iced coffee, or the work that you're here to do, I'm your girl. Let's dive in. Before we dive into today's episode about selling like you fucking mean it, I'm going to sell to you right now because Signature Savage starts so soon, about a week. 2 weeks? In 2 weeks. It starts in 2 weeks. It starts Monday, June 8th. And if you have a signature offer that is collecting dust, if you envision having a high ticket offer that you can deliver because you're obsessed with it, that you're excited about, that you have clients in there who feel like fucking dream clients, but right now you have it and you're not selling it, or it's, like I said, collecting dust in the corner, or you do sell it, but you actually can't fully get behind it. The belief isn't there. Perhaps you have clients in there who aren't super aligned right now. Signature Savage is where you need to be because I am helping you revamp your signature offer from the inside out and turning it into something that is going to be a six-figure revenue engine for you. I completely revamped my own signature offer, which is now called the Real Deal Mastermind. And instead of burning it down and just starting something new, I revamped it from the inside out. I churned clients. I doubled what I was charging in that space. I held the standard and I called in the dreamiest fucking clients, and it is my favorite space on the fucking internet, and I sell it frequently, and it's just such a different energy than when I was selling it the year before, when it had a different name, it had a different energy. I just thought I needed to create an offer that like beginners could come into, and now it's a completely different space, and I didn't have to burn anything fucking down. So come into Signature Savage and we will reimagine your signature offer and really call in those high ticket sales so you can have a solid foundation of recurring revenue every single month and become obsessed again with your work and with your signature offer, because the energy of obsession is what is going to sell the fuck out of your offers. So Signature Savage, it's a 4-week program you can join for $888 or 2 monthly payments of $444, and we start on Monday, June 8th. It's going to be so good. Join now at the link in my show notes. If you have any questions, you can always send me a DM at your coach Jill, and I hope you love today's episode. When I was thinking about what I wanted this riff to be, I just kept coming up with the thought of like, who the fuck are you to not sell? Who the fuck are you to not sell, to not share your gifts, to not shout from the rooftops that you can help somebody? And this belief that it's annoying, that this belief that people don't want to hear what you have to say, it comes from the belief that nobody actually wants the offer that you sell. And when we take away the logic of that, right? There is a coach, there is somebody out there that does exactly what you do. Whether you are in the business world, whether you're in the mindset world, the relationship world, whatever your niche is, whatever problem you solve for somebody, at the end at the end of the day, we all solve a problem that somebody else solves in the online space. And that's not a problem, right? Because you bring your unique spin to things. You bring the energy, your personality, and how you solve the problem for them, right? But there are people out there that sell the exact same thing that you sell, and they are fucking confident in themselves, and they're making fuck tons of money, and they're saying this and they're saying that. So what makes you so special? The belief comes from you telling yourself they don't want it from me. And we need to fucking kill that version of you that is saying they don't want it from me.
because that's utter fucking bullshit. They want to hear it from somebody who gets them, right? There is a gaggle of clients out there who is looking for somebody exactly like you. And when you believe that, and when you believe like somebody is going to be obsessed with your audio recordings, somebody is going to be so excited to get on a call with you and talk through their shit simply because they feel so supported by you. Somebody is going to go through your curriculum. Somebody is going to go through the resources that you have for them, and they're going to be like, holy shit, this is fucking incredible. And it is going to serve them in so many different ways. And we worry that we are not going to be of value, but you bring the information, you bring the spice, you bring the personality. You bring you to the table, and it is up to the client to create the value from whatever you bring to them. And this can kind of help you release the need to like be special, be different, like think that you need to perform for your clients because it's not up to you to decide what a client does with the value, right? Like, for example, I recorded that ruthless identity activation and I dropped it in. And now it's your responsibility to do something with that. But I can't do anything about the fact that if you don't listen to that activation, if you don't do it, if you don't like picture yourself like achieving your goal and releasing the things that are holding you back, like you create the value from whatever I bring to the table. And I find that that kind of helps like release that thought of like, what if they don't get the results? Like, what if I'm selling this dream or selling this concept, but there is a responsibility that the client takes on. And I always talk about this too, about how like I would never expect or even ask certain questions to the coach that I'm working with, not out of a hierarchy thing or whatever it is, but because I know, like, I'm going to ask questions that I want the answer to and that are going to be useful for me to move forward. And when you talk to these people in your content, you talk to them like they're not victims, like they're not like just sitting there hoping that you have all the answers. Like this is going to get a lot easier, but I want to bring it back to this concept of like, who the fuck are you to not sell today? Who the fuck are you to not share your voice and share your concepts on a free platform, on multiple free platforms like like Instagram, like LinkedIn, all of these fucking places where this is your page, this is your home base, and you can say whatever the fuck you want to say. And if people want what you have to offer, there is a place where they can find it. And fuck the people that are only there for the free shit. I don't even think about those people. I sell every day relentlessly. I sell an email, I sell on my podcast, I sell on Instagram, I sell on threads, right? Because the right people are going to see that, and some may even be turned off by it and then come back 3 months later or come back 3 weeks later, right? But when you create this culture of like, I'm not going to sell as often, I'm not going to sell as hard, you start telling yourself the story that that's what people want. And then what happens is people will start creating content that is purely for like engagement and for people to come in and like just see like what they're all about, blah, 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 convinced that, okay, like I'm getting more eyes on my content. But all you're doing there is attracting people that, again, are just going to hit like, who are just going to engage with the content, but never actually do anything about it. And then you tell yourself the story that, like, people don't like it when I sell. Do I necessarily like it when my coach sells, like, before I actually hired her? Like, it's not that I like it, but like I'm paying attention because she's saying, I have something for you. I have something that can fucking help you. I have something that is going to change your fucking life. And the more she said it, the more I started to see myself in her world and achieving the things that she said we would achieve. And that's what you're doing. You're compounding your success. You are compounding every move that you're making is building the house that your clients are going to come in. And you think you're being annoying when actually every time you're moving them closer to them reaching out. There have been multiple clients that I've worked with that have worked for fucking months. And they have finally said, okay, I'm ready to go. They pulled the trigger. And I think it honestly depends. Like, there are people that are going to lurk and see what you have to offer for a long time, or they're going to be like, I'm ready to move, blah, 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 blah. And like, either of those things are wrong because at the end of the day, I'm not fucking going anywhere. I'm committed. I'm staying here, and you should all have that fucking attitude too. Because if you don't, what the actual hell are you doing here? Because if you're not committed to seeing yourself through, like, how can you expect somebody to pay you thousands of dollars, right? Let's just think about that for a second. And yeah, like, I'm here. I'm here when they decide that they finally want to get into my fucking world and change their fucking life. I am here when they fucking decide that, right? But how are they supposed to know that I'm selling something? How are they supposed to know that I have something that they want if I'm not fucking selling to them constantly? If you sell something once, how can you expect somebody to see themselves in your offer, right? And it's not about the fact that it's going to take a long time. It might, right? Like, it might take some time for somebody to become accustomed to seeing themselves in your offer, but you're going to be here anyways, right? But it's also, that's where your ruthless identity comes in and really activating. Like, if I had full fucking belief in myself and in this offer, how would I show up? And just realigning to that every single day. Everyone always asks me, I don't know where I thought this riff was going, but here it is. I get constantly asked, like, how do you stay so consistent? How do you stay like on top of your shit? Blah, 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 blah. It's like I have learned how to just get back on the horse if I ever fall off. And that is huge. Having ADHD, right? Like, routine to me doesn't exist because the second I get into a routine, I start to get so bored and I'm like, holy fuck, I need to switch this up. So, like, I don't really have like a routine that I stick to constantly. There are a couple things that, like, systematically to keep the business running in a flow. I totally have those things as like non-negotiables, but at the end of the day, I'm a pro at getting back on the horse, and I'm just constantly realigning. I'm constantly realigning to that ruthless identity, to the highest version of me that I know is required of me to sell my offers. It's not that I feel happy every day. It's not that I feel confident every second of the day. I fucking don't. But I know how to realign. Who the fuck are you to not sell your offer? Who the fuck are you to not show up fully in your power every single fucking day? And realize that, like, your energy and your frequency is what is calling in clients. It's not just about saying the words. And that is why, like, I'm not just going to say, okay, you're going to say this, and then you're going to get freaking clients, because your energy is everything. Your frequency is everything. And if you don't have that belief in yourself, you might as well just fucking pack it in. But you're not going to pack it in. You're not going to pack it in, because that's why you're here, is to increase that belief and increase the volume at which you sell and at which you fucking take up space, and take up fucking space on your page. Okay? So go out and sell the fuck out of your offer today.